What's up, everybody? It's your boy Mood616 here, and yes, it is time for another Best of the Blind Buys video. I haven't done one of these probably in, I want to say, 3-4 months. Yeah, I haven't forgot about the series. I just haven't really had time to shoot one. Not that I haven't had time, it's just got lots of other series. But yeah, I'm going to bring this one back quite regularly since the 52 series is gone this year. I'm going to focus on other things, so going to do another one of these. I really enjoy doing these. And it seems like people like them. A lot of people actually don't, which doesn't bother me. But first off, Ale of the Week. Here we got the New Glarus Brewing Company Spotted Cow. Yeah, right there. This is actually the beer that Jeremy sent me in the post. So if you guys watch my unboxing video by from NES Ruler 22, this is the one that he sent me in the mail. He's like, you got to try this. You got to try this. So, we're going to give it a go, so chars. That is really tasty. Oh yeah, fucking right. Good one, Jeremy, awesome. Really good stuff. Okay, so getting into this. First one, Best of the Blind Buys. This one right here is released by Kino on the Redemption line, and it's called Immortelle. Right there. This one is directed by Alain Robbe-Gurlet. He's a French director from like the early 60s, early 70s. I know that he's done some stuff later. He actually just released a new Blu-ray. I'm not sure if it's like a more contemporary film or not. I actually need to look into that a little more. But yeah, this one right here, Immortelle. This is a really interesting flick because it's kind of David Lynch-esque. But this is way before David Lynch started actually making films, which is interesting. So basically the premise of this movie is your main character, I can't quite remember what his name is, but anyways, he's traveling around in Istanbul. And, you know, he's basically just on vacation. He's traveling around, seeing the sights, just taking it all in and shit like that. So he actually ends up meeting this girl right here. And he starts spending some time with her. And they start, you know, getting acquainted, going for drinks, having some dinner, and doing all that type of stuff that people do when they meet. And he kind of becomes, like, infatuated with her. Like, he really starts to like this girl. She's very cool. And he's having a really good time. Then all of a sudden, she kind of disappears. And he can't find her anywhere. So he starts kind of freaking out, going, well, what happened to her? Because she wanted to hang out and do some stuff. But she kind of disappears. So then he starts asking some of the people that seen him with her, if they'd seen her. And people are like, with who? You were with who? And weird shit like that. And he's like, well, you know, the girl I was with. And it kind of becomes like a real dark mystery. Like, is this girl real? Is it in his mind? And it kind of spirals right out of control. It goes into like this very dark kind of criminal world and stuff. This movie is from 1963, so it's shot in black and white, but it has a very surreal kind of David Lynch-esque, like you have to pay attention type deal to the film. And it's got a fantastic ending, and it's really creepy imagery in the film and really fantastically executed. You know, this one probably isn't for everybody. It's not, you know, per se 100% you know, bona fide horror film, but it has all those horror elements. Kind of like I said, David Lynch films always go into my horror collection because of the oddness and just the weird, you know, elements to his films. This one possesses all those type of elements, and I think it's a really underrated film that, like, I've never heard anyone talk about. The only reason why I even have this film is because it's released by Redemption. I collect all the Redemption films, but so it basically introduced me to Alain Robbe-Gurlet, and his films are really fucking trippy, man. Really good French stuff. Like I said, it's subtitles, so you have to read this film, unfortunately for you people. But no, really, really cool stuff. Like, I highly recommend this. I just thought it was so fascinating. A really great watch. So if you see this one around, definitely give it a shot. I do really highly recommend this. I thought it was fantastic, you know. So if you're willing to give, you know, other things a shot, give this one a shot. It's really great. So Immortelle from 1963. Next up here, on a total flip side, this was released by Camp Motion Pictures in 2014. It's an anthology flick called Night Terrors. I just wanted to talk about this one because at first I was like, you know, Camp Motion Pictures, we all know the really low budget type stuff. I really dig that, but it's hit and miss with a lot of other people. But this one had my attention right away with the, you know, the the gnarly looking Santa Claus on the cover there. Everybody knows how much I love holiday horror films. I love holiday themed horror films. Fantastic. But anyways, yeah, this one's an anthology film. The first story, Massacre on 34th Street, is basically about a Santa Claus going around massacring people. Ends up at this like kind of this house where all these punks are staying, and he goes in there and just massacres the shit out of them. Not really a big storyline, but it's fun. It's low budget, good gore. Just it's a great popcorn flick. Short. Next one's called Baby Killer. It's about a doctor, works at the university. His daughter is dying of some kind of rare leukemia. He's basically trying to figure out a cure for it. And he kind of comes to the premise that, you know, maybe it's the cure is it in fetuses and babies and shit like that. So he, yeah, well, the title's Baby Killer. So anyways, that one's a really fucking interesting, bleak story. I really highly recommend. It's got some holy shit parts in it. Like, what the fuck, man? Like, yeah, it had me going pretty good. It was way better than I was anticipating it to be. And the last one's called Abstinence. And it's basically about people that are spreading this kind of viral infection through having sex, which is ultimately turning them into zombies. You know, it's not like, you know, the most original idea, but it was, you know, it's a zomcom, but it was executed good and it wasn't goofy. It was really well done in my opinion. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was fantastic. But overall, just a really surprisingly great anthology flick. It had me going, man. I was like, this is awesome. And I've heard really no one talk about it. I think a lot of people just didn't want to take a chance on it or what. You know, but I mean, it is what it is, man. Night Terrors, you can get this one for really cheap. I think I picked it up from Alternative Cinema for $10. I think they had it on for $10 or something like that. So, but definitely give Night Terrors a shot if you like anthology films. It's got one holiday horror and then some other ones in there. Give it a shot. Really cool stuff. Next up is one that actually made my top 30 list from 2014. I really enjoyed this film, and it seems like no one's giving me any feedback on this one, so I thought I'd talk about it on here because it's more kind of a secluded video. But this one is Oatmeal Man from 2014. Really cool independent film, and it kind of is what it is. It's literally about an Oatmeal Man. A group of friends decide that they want to, that they're going to take their friend to Las Vegas on this, not road trip, but she needs to get there for something. So they decide that they'll actually drive her there. On their way there, they break down. They enter this kind of abandoned oatmeal factory. And of course, shit starts going down. The backstory with the Oatmeal Man is he was a factory worker at this oatmeal factory, falls into an oatmeal vat, disappears, kind of resurrects as the Oatmeal Man. I have to say the effects in this were fantastic. It is kind of a comedy a little bit. It's not like overly goofy. I thought it was executed perfectly. I like the look of the film. Gore was decent. The characters weren't overly annoying. Sometimes these films can have those real type cliched annoying characters in them that you just want to fucking kill, jump through your TV screen and strangle those motherfuckers. But, you know, fortunately, I actually had a lot of fun with this. You know, it was really good. The Oatmeal Man looked fantastic, literally dripping with like wet oatmeal. And yeah, I just wish people would give this one a shot. If I remember to put the link down below to the website where I picked this up. If you buy it from the website, they're actually signing custom posters. So I ordered mine, but I used my wife's PayPal, and it came signed to my wife, to Erin, from the director. I was like, oh, come on. She had a good laugh about that. I think I've told the story before, but it's still funny to me. Just got to get a frame for it because I'm going to post that up. It's pretty funny. But Oatmeal Man, definitely give this one a shot. I thought it was fantastic, man. Really, really great stuff. Yeah, from 2014. All right, so another one from 2014, which after, you know, watching my top 30, I'm really surprised that this never made it because I think I kind of forgot about this movie, and I don't think I gave it like as good as review as I probably should have the first time I watched this. I did watch this movie again, and I liked it a lot more the second time. I really enjoyed it the first time. I thought there was, you know, definitely, it was one of those things where I needed to definitely watch it again. Like, it's not that I didn't understand, I just wanted to watch it again. And that's from 2014, and that is The Door. Now, recently, the 13th Wolfman did a sit-down with the main actress in this film, Alice Crocker. If you haven't checked out that interview, definitely check it out. She's very, very beautiful. Thomas does a great job in the video, so definitely check it out if you want to know more about the movie. But the premise of this film is simple. It's a young guy. bumps, or he actually saves this this Japanese businessman from being mugged. The businessman offers him a job because the guy tells him he's unemployed, and he goes, well, here's the job is simple. I'll pay you $500 a night, 5 days a week, to go to this warehouse, and you have to wear this uniform, and all you have to do is watch this door. You don't let anything in, and nothing comes out of it. $500 a night sounds easy? Yes, of course. So the thing is, you know, he really wants to hang out with his friends. He's working. They end up showing up at this place. Some shit goes down with the door. It gets opened up. People go in, and then the film starts. It's really actually creepy and executed well. Some really great characters in this. I thought everyone did a great job. It visually looks awesome. It kind of keeps you thinking, keeps you going. I had no problems with this film whatsoever. Second watch, I was like, this is really a lot better than, you know, but I think I gave it a pretty good rating in my first, you know, review of it. But after revisiting, I think it was really great, man. Really good stuff. Unfortunately, this scene right here is not in the film. This was actually shot after, or this in the interview. They explain why the cover of this is, you know, like this. But yeah, really cool stuff, man. I really enjoyed this. You know, it's kind of interesting how everything goes down with all the characters and what's happening in there, like inside this door. And you know, the premise might sound kind of, but it's really executed well, in my opinion. So. Definitely give this door a shot. It's from Black Fawn Distribution. They've got about 7 films out now. They're, you know, I actually have them all, and they're doing a great job. I think all the films that they've released so far, with the exception of the Psychotic Four Ranger one, I wasn't really a big fan, but I do need to revisit that one. But anyways, getting off topic, but The Door, check this out. Awesome stuff. I really enjoyed it. And then last up is a film by Dante Tomaselli. This is from 2002. I believe this is his second film. I want to say this is the second film after Desecration, I believe. And yeah, and this one is actually called Horror. Yeah, I actually really like the title of that. The premise of this one is you got about 5, I think it's 5 kids. They break out of this rehabilitation center, basically with the idea that they're going to go meet up with this, you know, this priest. He's going to, you know, something to do with salvation and stuff. This guy's supposed to set them free and whatnot. So they totally, you know, they escape this facility. They steal a car, and they're making their way to this priest's house, basically. So, and then the story on the parallel side is following this girl who her grandpa is the priest. And you know, she starts having these crazy visions. She starts talking to, or not, it's her grandpa or it's her father, I can't remember, but anyway, she starts having these really odd visions of her dead grandpa, and you actually learn really quick that he's actually not there. So anyways, the group of 5 and her, they kind of meet up, and then it just gets crazy. It's like this movie's basically like a huge nightmare. There's lots of really oddball things going on. It really relies on heavy atmosphere and really creepy scenes, and this movie was fucking great, man. Really, really great stuff. I highly enjoyed this. It's definitely one that you have to watch. I just don't want to give anything away, but like I said, those 2 parallel stories connect, you know, 20-25 minutes in the film, and then it just goes from there, and it's just like, wow. Really, really crazy, kind of head trip, nightmarish atmosphere. Really cool stuff going on in this one. I really dug this film. I thought it was fantastic, but I've heard a few people talk about this one, but I just wanted to let people know, you know, that got to check this one out. Dante Tomaselli. He did Torture Chamber a couple years back, which I know some people liked it and some people didn't. We had a really great argument on the podcast about that one. I enjoyed it. JP hated it. I think Jeremy was neutral. But, you know, Dante Tomaselli's films are a little hit and miss. Satan's Playground I didn't really care for that much, but this one is fantastic. I think this is his best film that he's ever done. Desecration's cool too, but yeah, Horror, definitely give this one a shot. It's just fantastic stuff. I think this may be out of print now. I'm not sure. I think it is, but if you can find this, check it out. Awesome deal. So yeah, Horror. Here, we'll do a little quick recap on the films shown here. Immortelle, released by Redemption. Blu-ray looks great. Definitely give this one a shot. Very David Lynch-esque, but before David Lynch. Night Terrors from 2014, great anthology flick. Low-budget indie film, The Oatmeal Man. I thought this was really great stuff. It was a tasty treat. Oh, that was bad. And The Door, really cool, kind of psychological. Oh, it's really cool stuff. And last up here is Dante Tomaselli's Horror. Horror. So yeah, definitely give these ones a shot. If you've seen any of these films, let me know your thoughts on them. And yeah, that's going to do it for episode or volume 7 of Best of Blind Buys. I think it's volume 7, but Jeremy, thanks again for the beer. And yeah. Really great stuff. All right, chars.